Will Smith heartbroken and shocked by the revelations made by Jada Pinkett Smith. Pinkett Smith confessed last week that herself and Will are more or less divorced without the papers. The shocking news came totally out the blue as Pinkett Smith claimed that herself and Will had lived entirely different lives for the past 7 years. She said, "We've been doing some really heavy-duty work together. We just got deep love for each other and we're going to figure out what that looks like, and by the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying. I think we were both kind of just still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be. I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. I just haven't been able to break that promise." However, now Will Smith has claimed that has been left shocked and heartbroken following some of the revelations made in Pinkett Smith's book. Will penned a letter which was then read out to Jada during the On Purpose podcast. Will wrote, "I just turned the final page of Worthy. It is amazing to realize that despite having lived most of my life by your side, I still found myself shocked and stunned and caught off guard, laughing, then inspired, then heartbroken. I was all over the place, and it's one thing to hear anecdotes at a family barbecue, but it was truly overwhelming to take in your story, potently condensed in this way. I know it wasn't easy to excavate the depths in that way. I applaud and honor you. If I had read this book 30 years ago, I definitely would have hugged you more. I'll start now. Welcome to the Authors Club. I love you endlessly. Now go get some Merlot and take a rest." Responding to the letter, Jada said, "He knows I can't have no Merlot. That's beautiful. That's why I can divorce that joker." She added, "To hear him say that he would have hugged me more is me hearing him say he would have taken a bit more time to listen and understand." Jada Pinkett Smith is releasing her no-holds-barred memoir in autumn 2023. Its publishers revealed in a bombshell announcement Thursday. The book, which comes from HarperCollins imprint Day Street Books, promises to explore Jada's complicated marriage to Will Smith, according to a press release. The upcoming autobiography chronicles lessons learned in the course of a difficult but riveting journey, a roller coaster ride from the depths of societal depression to the heights of personal rediscovery and the celebration of authentic feminine power. From the child of two addicts to a promising theater student and a violent interlude as a petty drug dealer, followed by a parallel rise to stardom alongside her close friend Tupac, then falling in love with and marrying Will Smith, and a joyous embrace of motherhood. She began dating Will before he was legally divorced from his first wife Sheree Zampino and married him in 1995 while pregnant with their first child. They became a famously close-knit showbiz power couple, welcoming 2 children, Jaden 24 and Willow 21, who followed them into the business at a young age. However, over the past few years, their marital problems seeped into the public eye as Jada publicly aired out her entanglement with another man. Will then argued that marriage for us can't be a prison and revealed Jada never believed in conventional marriage. Matters came to a head when Will marched on stage at the Oscars this March and slapped Chris Rock for making a joke about Jada. In an groveling apology statement issued months later, Will insisted that Jada had nothing to do with the slap. Contrary to widespread public conjecture, the press release for Jada's new book says at the heart of this powerful book are 2 unexpected love stories, one being Jada's complicated marriage to Will Smith, the other being with herself. She was in crisis at age 40 in 2011, faced with excruciating choices that she was forced to make to redefine her life in every way. Jada, her mother, and her daughter co-host a Facebook chat show called Red Table Talk, in which she has already aired out innumerable details of her private life. She once recalled crying down the freaking aisle at her horrible shotgun wedding to Will, saying she never wanted to get married and only agreed to tie the knot with him in order to placate her mother when she got pregnant. Meanwhile, Will, who was in excellent spirits at the wedding, said, "There wasn't a day in my life that I wanted anything other than being married and having a family. From literally 5 years old, I was picturing what my family would be." The show continued to air out Will and Jada's problems, including an infamous 2020 episode where they discussed her affair with R&B crooner August Alsina. In one infamous clip, Jada ambushed Will by asking him about their marriage for Instagram Live in order to promote a Red Table Talk episode. With psychotherapist and relationship expert Esther Perel, a visibly distraught Will begged his wife not to start filming me without asking me, but Jada brushed off his concerns as foolishness. My social media presence is my bread and butter, so you can't just use me for social media. Will pleaded, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Throughout the clip, Jada dismissed Will's misgivings and kept asking him probing questions about their marriage. The video resurfaced on social media this year and went viral, with commenters calling Jada an abuser and observing how broken and tormented Will looked. Will slapped Chris Rock on stage at the Oscars this March for making a bold joke about Jada, who shaved her head because she has alopecia. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2. Can't wait to see it, Chris cracked, in reference to the 1997 movie starring Demi Moore. With a shaved head, Will was seen initially laughing at the joke, but Jada rolled her eyes and then he stormed onto the stage to give Chris a smack across the face. Then Will flounced back to his seat and repeatedly shrieked at Chris, keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth. Jada finally addressed the slap in June on an alopecia-themed episode of her show Red Table Talk, urging Will and Chris to patch up their differences. She cooed now about Oscar night. My deepest hope is that these two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile. At the end of July, Will Smith issued an agonizing apology video for his unacceptable conduct at the Oscars and confirmed that Chris was not ready to talk. Will released a self-titled memoir near the end of 2021, whereupon it spent 15 weeks on the USA Today bestseller list. We hope there will be happy ending between these two in the future. Like, share and subscribe. Thanks.